Sugar. Yeah, right. What? Elephant shoe? Yeah, I know. Fix it when Twitter came out. I changed it. I should. Makes sense. Oh yeah, ain't that a weird thing? Real con- Say it again. I don't care. Real concern about it. Well, there's also just I'm like maybe this topic to have this in common. I actually. Well, yeah. Oh, I was gonna give you my card. Right now, I have. I'm comfortable credit, but you know, what our experience was. I was last year from construction. I wrote it myself way easier than rather finding articles and um, have you right. Now, I was that 4 years. This is my first year with a bad. I know it's modular, right? I, you know, build in the same order that I wrote that my coach comfortable with it. I could try and you know, I like, but really, we have a dinner. I know. We're just talking about protein. What is oh my point here. Do I do a 5 minute round? I know. And I have no way to meet after, so I have cards. Or if you want to fell in love with everything. I have cards or be crazy today. Yeah, I get to start. Hello. This is elementary plus Canvas equals love. I hope you understood that part. Which is awesome program and stuff. Um, my name is Tracy Peru. On my This is our first year in Canvas, and we kind of have we kind of think it's me. Oh no, like, let me just quickly who we are. We started virtual in 2012. Technically, we were virtual like in the 90s in Volusia, but there were less than 4 employees. So we they picked up like 12 of us in 2012 and kind of been going from there. We started in a content management system for 1 year, and our hands were pretty tied. We love it. So we're like, oh, we should probably build our own stuff or take textbooks and put it in our arrangements and stuff. So we looked for an LMS. We did about 2.5 years with what we'd like to call our ex-boyfriends, old LMS that we were with. So we got to go to Canvas last year, and technically they let us in the door a little early, during the whole summer, and we had a lot built. So it was quite the endeavor to try to get it in there, and anxiety wanting to come in a little bit early, so sort of test it out ahead of time. And my kids turn in awesome PowerPoints with fancy transitions. So when I have the opportunity to glitter in my transitions, I'm going to do it. My kids are hospital homebound. I started mostly hospital homebound, and knock on wood, my kids aren't that sick this year, so that's awesome. When I have low hospital homebound numbers, I'm really excited. I get OCI. I have low OCI. Look at the behavior. You can't come back to school because I also have part-time basketball for my kids this year. Gymnasts, ice skaters. I'm going to be pulled out to one girl she and I can see doesn't get fun. So it's such a unique market. Comes to me, but I really like it because everybody, you know, gets their own special education. Our old LMS. It was cumbersome to build in, and for the sales pitch, when they came to pitch us Canvas, the one thing that made me lean over and just go, oh, was he added a picture. Can you believe that my heart was aflutter because he added a picture and it didn't take like a minute to load? He added a picture and I got to keep going. That was what, I mean, think about elementary. You put in your stuff. If you're going to wait for load time for that, nuts. So I did not prefer building there. The how-tos are like non-existent. That's something that I know Canvas that I really like. I can Google any question, and I'm going to get a click sheet telling me how to do it. And for somebody like me, I really like that. I like teaching myself how to do new things. If I have to dig for a couple hours to find how to do something, I'm not all about that. We called them our ex-boyfriend. I've already introduced you. The kids struggled to navigate. I found myself coming up with all kinds of like convoluted lock and settings to make sure that my kid was not working in module 6, where there was a game and he super duper loved that game. I wanted him to go through the content in the order I wanted to go through the content. And if I asked him, why were you playing the submarine game? Well, I didn't know if I was finished or not. And very technically, other kids struggled with that problem. I didn't know I was finished with module 1, module 2. So I was not a fan of that. They struggled to progress monitor. My parents struggled to progress monitor. If I wrote them, he's behind by 2 weeks. Like, you know, it was very, very disconcerting. And then I also struggled to progress monitor. I found myself opening multiple windows to get the full picture. But that was no fun. And then also, no recording. For an elementary teacher, oh my goodness, the ability to press the button and for the kids to say, and I'm going to, because I'm really proud, I'm going to, Kanaya's video says, photosynthesis is the process where food struggled for like 30 minutes trying. I said, I'm not going to tell you the answer. You had this whole module, and secretly I'm saying, I know you skipped through the videos because it's like a sentence. That's all I'm expecting. A sentence. Okay, I'll do it. She came back, she told me the wrong answer. And then she went back and a couple more times looking at the modules and she I got it. And then if I asked that child to type, it's like, not super elementary. So the fact that our older ones not have to do recording. Then canvassing. See my lovely Bitmode deck clipper as my husband designed it. But yeah, it's been quite the difference. First, the recording feature, what I'm finding this year, last year versus this year, it engages my little guys. Can't call that a barrier. This is a barrier for even some of our high school kids. Having to type out your thoughts, sit there and punch and text. You only have so much power up here. And do you want them to dedicate it to this, or do you want them to actually dedicate their answers? So they can do that now. They can record. Plus, a little bit narcissistic. They can hear their voices played like in a discussion forum or video themselves. My husband picked something too because I came up with this thing called Narcinanny, where if you record a kid, you can keep that kid entertained for a good 5 or 10 minutes, letting them watch their own video of themselves just recording themselves. So I love that. It takes away the barriers for the disengaged. And then also, my self-contained boy, he said, oh, I didn't know how to ask you for help. So I sat there and I opened up the message during my Canvas book here. You don't have to sit there and say, assignment number 246 doesn't work because it doesn't open, but you can hit record and ask for help. There's no excuse I like that part. All right, so this is Kanaya, and you're gonna sit through me letting you play Kanaya's photosynthesis thing, and even if you can't hear it, I'll say it again. My assignment was you need to teach Lopez, my dog, what photosynthesis is, and she had just gone through a YouTube video about photosynthesis. Our county has Safari montage that embeds inside Canvas. She saw several tutorials about what photosynthesis was. She just didn't actually watch it. So finally, when she did watch it, I was really excited. It's how plants make their own food using sunlight. So I was very excited, and it made me so happy that she could do that. And then I want to show you Jake real quick. Jake, he loves recording himself, and he also likes science. So this quarter, I added a lot more science experiments, and I'll talk about it later, but I'm kind of in love with the tables, and I like giving them choices. So for the ones that have the science experiments, I'll put an experiment in there, and I'll say, there's going to be some shy kids, so I'll say, do you want to explain why that worked, or do you want to try to recreate that? That's what he did. He was doing a light refraction thing. I have a mouse. I don't know why I don't just use it. Not to accept that to be evidence of Jake doing a light refraction thing. I'm sure the sound is kind of crummy, but having that feature has been a big difference for me this year. My kids couldn't do that. And if they did want to do that last year, it had to be through an thing. So having it all in a one-stop shop has been very nice. See? Transitions. The kids blow my mind with those. I'm like, they can do origami now. The other thing that is not a Canvas promo, but rather just good practice, I'd say, is Screencastify or something like it, basically. I don't know that I have many assignments inside my shelves that don't have some sort of Screencastify video. And the difference this year between last year when I wasn't doing that is pretty incredible. I don't have much troubleshooting that I need to do. And I find if I do require some troubleshooting, they just watch the video. So it's very nice. I'll show you all the wonderful ways that I'm using Screencastify. So I make academic videos where I might record myself and how you add traction. I'll make procedural. This is how you upload the picture of the video. I'll make that of the work. Get Screencastify and say, oh, gosh, I see what you did wrong. And the link. Last but not cross-training and imperial. I was wondering why. So this was one of my screencast videos the other day. And I think many of the people in our county think everybody. And that's not true. So I told some of my coworkers, hey, I get to do a live Twitter chat coming up in a couple of weeks. Can you guys participate? I know you know a lot about Canvas. I think your input would be great. And they're like, so I made myself a Screencastify video showing them how to do a live Twitter chat. No, because I didn't not whatever. This one was particularly for my coworkers. I made one teaching them how to do YouTube annotations. You know what that is? Yes, no, give me head nods, anything. YouTube annotations. Wonderful. You can't hear it, so I'm gonna narrate. To do this. You can open up any video from your YouTube. I'm opening up the video of Jen. I know. Click Video Manager. At the top, you've got a bunch of choices. All that is I could add speech bubbles in my YouTube video. I could make them hyperlinkable. I could add little cards in my YouTube videos. I can make them hyperlinkable. You just send them, so if you made a video for them and then you want them to go somewhere, in the video say, click on this link down here, and then you can add the card later. This came up on my Facebook one day and I was kind of like freaked out about that and made a bunch of videos. This is, I believe this is just, oh yeah, it's an instructional video where I show them how to show their learning, basically. Submit pictures, fractions, relabel them as proper fractions. So I don't expect them just to figure out how to do that. I open up Microsoft Paint, I click record, and then I say, I want you to, here, you can make a circle to show one hole and showing them all those text fields inside your system. Dun, 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 dun. This is one of my speed grader videos where she turned it in and she was very confused. So I know this girl knows it. I know she knows it, so I didn't want to give it all away to her. Sometimes when I know they got nothing, they don't understand it, I might do the actual problem on video for them and then say, please submit again with these two numbers, so they can show me they have it with a brand new set of numbers. This is a video I did for a mom to show her how to get into this program, because we do our reading through a program called Reading Plus. It's wonderful, but it's a different platform, so you can teach them how to do it. And then I was showing the mom later on in the video how the kid was doing, and I had the grade books open. But, all right, the other thing that I'm falling in love with inside Canvas is outcomes. Outcomes in our site admin with all of our 100% and push them. I'm going to find this and out. And if your study admin puts the point while I'm in I just put I got done. I've got and I have this This is the way the other thing Indian, Asian, white, whatever. Not all of them. The master classes basically the building. I was committed to the idea. Only the word so on that you and on the all your decide whether you want to make higher or lower. Like put power. Right after I'm in my lower. Which is lower. That's you. It looks like once this is one of the ones that I set up. Okay, got 10 out of 10. We're going to roll 4. Got 7 out of 10. We're going to roll. I think they're very similar, but I make this one more rigorous. So just correction. IXL is one of the ones I'm explaining. IXL unit fraction word problems for my high kit. IXL match unit fraction model for my middle kit. And I think the low kids also got that assignment off this. But basically, it's very simple to set up, and I like that part. So let me walk you through the fraction. Me, I set a due date, the mastery path, for every assignment that showed up in mastery path. But it doesn't follow. Another assigned to block comes up that says Jake, and I have to set a due date. Right, so there's that. Like a name, usually goes in there. Right, but I'm not sure because I'm using my time like that's not fun. So I'm using my like and forward. But I okay. Okay. All of the things you can no other I could make it work.
That's your guys' kind of really those I think. But it gives you a nice discussion, content, with item. Put your logs, right? Different paths. Also, for 8 students, and lots, but 4 as well. So it really is something that has a point value. So for an assessment or a pre-test, then that's fine. They can or that's great point. Then trigger action. That is something we're working through. Right now is also you demonstrate standards. Now you kind of can now you work around a little bit, but ultimately as opposed to getting we're working on that. Also, the other students I agree with other folks they don't know what it's kind of they got confidential. And we got to talk about the way that we decide about it. I think most match out. And that's also you think the feedback on that. So
Okay. So I so it's just like so this is what it would look like if you were to try that somebody else normal, that one little item size unit. Okay, and this is one of the ones I was telling Carol that I have a class mom now. She's aching to be a class mom, you know, from back in the day where they would be the one that always volunteered, they always brought in the snacks. She wants that. She's like, she's virtual, so I don't know how. And I said, you could help, you could help. So she's curating content for me right now. I gave her all the topics for science and math for the rest of the year, third, fourth, and fifth, and she's sending me YouTube playlists. So instead of me just going through the World Wide Web and just like going through hundreds of videos, I go through 4 that she found, and I'm like, well, didn't you say your boy didn't like how thick their accents were in this type of video? And she's, oh yeah, so I'll pick one of the couple other ones that she found. That's kind of nice. Fun transition. Darn it, I wanted to show you guys really quick. Give me a second. This one is a blooper. The other thing that I'm having a little bit of fun with this year is taking the math problems on paper and making people act them out and then videoing them. Because I think it makes it a little bit more fun for them. So, darn it, that was a blooper from the video, from one of the math problems we were doing, and I put it as a prize for my kids. Dun, dun, dun. This. Again, I have a mouse, but I'm just choosing not to use it. Times. There we go. Let's hope it's worth it. There it is. Yes. You're gonna listen to it again.
It's in.
You want to
Do it? Yes. Really?
I was holding the paper in the wrong spot, and he was very critical of how I was doing that, filming the thing. So yeah, they know that teachers, they've seen them in a couple of the videos in the past. And so that was a blooper from one of the word problems they had worked on in that section. All right, so you said standards, and that made me super excited because I kind of got there at the same time as you guys got there. Yesterday, instead of working, so I apologize, was 2 questions physics on those standards because we have a big county assessment, large night. One week ago, I took them 2 questions, and based on 2, they get at 7 out of 10 class. This content page will open up, and it's got 2 instructional videos or 1, depending on how lucky I was, and then an IXL practice activity. So those are the questions that I had. I made them in Canvas, and it's super duper easy. Questions fast. And this was the content that is unlocked on and it has the video, and then it's a click here to practice when I not required and content. That's still help with the part. Also, I have the I also have the validation plan. All right, so I'm stealing a little bit from presentation that happened earlier, but I was putting little hacks for like things that in my life look like. One is going into the file and read and our students have symbols that mean what you're doing. So I'm going to call this 1, 2 bullseye. That 1, 2. Before, bullseye was down a couple roles. Practice was down quite a few roles. So now it's at the top. Bookmarking folders. This was earlier I saw it. But I clicked all of the open them separate. Bookmark folders. And when I have that amount, click open. So, click or and we're open it up. this is what it looks like. Oh, they also have courses like level. I'm not. Have you ever edited? Or so I might make a screen capture. I'm a little inside Microsoft. That's one of mine. All right, we are looking at they have 27 block and want to go 9 here. And what I've done too, because deleting off of this way I did it. Oh darn it. What I've done as well that I like is hit the escape button and decide that it's not going to work. All right, I'll just do that. Okay. Deleting off of Microsoft Paint. So you want to do 3 word problems, but you've just done all this work on Microsoft Paint. I stopped the Screencastify video and I made word problem 1 is the name of the first video. But the new word problem on a brand new Microsoft Paint, start Screencastify, call that one word problem 2, and then I edit them together on YouTube. Game changer. And I talked to somebody in the PLC about this earlier, and she had no idea this was a thing. Have you heard of Office Mix? No? Yes? Have? Has it changed your life? Are you a new person now? I think it's pretty powerful. If you have a newer version of, not even that new version of Microsoft, it's been there for like a year or so now. That is the same functionality as what I'm doing in YouTube. Fantastic. Let me actually. There we go. Yes. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I'll show you. So underneath the Mix tab, you have a lot of choices. On the far left, you have slide recording. So I could have blank slides, just like Microsoft Paint. And so I'll say problem number 1. And if it's just adding fractions, I might have a little sticky note down here, and 1/2 plus 1/4. And I'll write it on that slide. So I get to just use those slides, or maybe I copy and paste the word problem on slide number 1. I work it out using the slide recording feature. So if you've not played with this, go back and play with this. The other thing that it has, that I'm giving away all my bubbles, is quizzes and videos. You can add multiple choice, you can add true, false, and it talks to Canvas. So when I'm done, what I do is I click upload to OfficeMix. And I have to go through a couple steps. I have to authenticate, but I get a hyperlink. I can use that hyperlink if I want it to talk to Canvas's gradebook and add it as an external tool. If I do not need it to talk to Canvas's gradebook, what I like to do is I get the embed code and I put it in an assignment, and then I will have the assignment, then I'll have the questions underneath my OfficeMix. But this is crazy functional as far as what you can do inside. And somebody didn't know about this, and my husband taught me about this one. If you go to insert screen recording, that's the same thing as Screencastify. So you Screencastify inside PowerPoint, and then you upload it to OfficeMix. You've got a hyperlink that you could put inside Canvas. Changed my life. And I think that I gave away all the good stuff. But I can share whatever you want me to share. Like I have OfficeMixes I could show you. It embeds in Canvas. Yep, I told you everything. And that's all. The other thing is if you're not following the hashtag Canvas for ELEM, alum, you should. I've learned quite a bit because I'm new at it. So they do live Twitter chats once a month, and I just got invited to host one. Very excited. Where they just pose questions, very sometimes specific, sometimes broad, saying, how are you using quizzes? And you can sit there and share and learn from other people that are using Canvas, the specific and like convoluted ways they can find this awesome tool and use it to meet their kids' needs. I have my contact information there, like I told you before. I didn't collect your information. I have cards. That's all. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Our key is if you don't have video actually back and pause comment dialogue or whatever, it gives you all that right back. So, I can tell something about me. Okay. Have it on there, and it's actually like about the last turn on for a while. Explore it. It's relatively easy to be done. Even after commenting the dialogue of the video, grader operates I know it's like this action. That's the next and allow you to embed each video without a function on top of it. You guys all know me through my things.
If you want me to show you an OfficeMix, like let me see. Okay, so some of them I use instructionally, and some of them I use to get data from them. So if I'm only using it instructionally, I just embed it, you know, but if I would embed it and type a question underneath it, underneath the embedded window, because sometimes you want a more complicated response than A, B, C, D. And this in and of itself could do A, B, C, or D. For really, yeah, so there's no, it's just how you choose to take that one product and put it inside Canvas, whether it's an external tool or an embedded window. I was live streaming this because there were people at home at the